My name is Mai Nguyen. I'm the director of the Design Lab at UC San Diego and also the board chair of the World Design Capital. Welcome to the Exchange Pavilion. This is an installation made possible by the World Design Capital 2024 and the City of San Diego. Before I begin my remarks about this incredible structure, I would like to respectfully acknowledge that the Kumeyaay Nation are the original inhabitants of the unceded land now known as San Diego and Tijuana. Despite enduring the horrors of genocide and colonization, the Kumeyaay spirit remains unbroken. We honor the resilience of their ancestors who fought to protect their culture and land. Today, they carry their legacy forward, ensuring that their traditions continue to thrive in gratitude and strength. We stand with the Kumeyaay Nation, connected to our past and committed to a thriving future. The Kumeyaay Nation, like many others in our community, were separated due to the construction of the U.S.-Mexico border. The inspiration for the Exchange Pavilion was to deconstruct and reimagine the no man's land. This space along the border between two countries where people are prevented from crossing and connecting. Created by Daniel Ruanova, an internationally recognized visual artist from Tijuana, and Heleo, a full-service architecture and design agency, the Exchange Pavilion serves as a bridge, connecting people from diverse backgrounds, inspiring conversations, and fostering a sense of unity. The pavilion will be a central hub for lectures, performances, workshops, and gatherings that invite visitors to explore, learn, and engage, actively participating in the exchange of ideas, culture, and experiences. By design, this pavilion is intended to bring our community together. There are many, many people to thank for bringing this vision to life. First and foremost, Mayor Todd Gloria and the City of San Diego for the tremendous support, not just of this pavilion, but for our entire designation year. Raul Campillo and Jonathan Gluss for their pavilion vision and leadership. Christine Jones, Andrew Scher, and Miranda Diaz for their attention to detail. This could not have been constructed without them. The WDC Board of Directors and organizing partners for their dedication to our success. The many Balboa Park cultural institutions, sponsors, and advisory board and design council for their partnership. And our amazing, awesome WDC team, who are the lifeblood of the entire program. I beam with pride at this passionate and committed team. San Diego Tijuana are celebrating 366 days of design. And so far, we have had the pleasure of showcasing some of the best of our cross-border region at events including the Community Celebration in May, and also the World Design Festival, the Community Celebration in February and the World Design Festival in May. And hundreds of community-endorsed events already happening. There's so much more to look forward to, including 200 community initiatives and 4 signature events, including the World Design Experience, powered by San Diego Design Week. This 7-day event, starting on September 19th, will celebrate design across the San Diego-Tijuana region, featuring programming such as open design studios, exhibitions, workshops, live discussions, films, and podcasts across all different design disciplines. The World Design Policy Conference will happen on November 12th and 13th. The 2-day conference provides a global platform for the exchange of ideas, insights, and best practices from different countries, regions, and cities actively involved in developing and launching and maintaining effective design-led policies. The World Design Network of Cities meeting is a forum for public administrators, in particular chief design officers from all of our 10 World Design Capital designated cities, including the first in 2008, Torino, Italy, and the next city to be designated, Frankfurt, Germany, in 2026. This meeting provides an opportunity for this unique cluster of World Design Capital designated cities to maintain an active dialogue about how do we design effective cities. The World Design Convocation Ceremony and Celebration is our last signature event happening on November 16th. And this is a symbolic gathering to highlight the official handover of the WDC title to the next designee, Frankfurt, Germany, in 2026. The ceremony provides the World Design Capital organization with the opportunity to recognize those who contributed to our success throughout this designation year and throughout our program. And we will launch the World Design Capital Legacy Program. We encourage you to check out our website and review our calendar events and come and engage with us. You can find out more at wdc2024.org. Now, I have the honor of introducing Raul Campillo, a civic leader who was an early supporter of the World Design Capital because he believed in the power of cross-border design to improve the quality of life for all families in our region. I have the deepest respect and admiration for Councilmember Campillo because he not only delivers on his promises, he over-delivers. He is truly the type of public servant we all aspire to be.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mai, so much, and thank you to Mayor Gloria, Jonathan Gluss, our WDC 2024 board and staff, and everyone who's played a role in making today's incredible moment happen. You know, World Design Capital San Diego Tijuana 2024 is all about expressing the economic and cultural and interpersonal connection between two major cities on either side of the United States-Mexico border. San Diego and Tijuana are indeed one place, divided by one line on a map. Of course, what we are trying to do here is harness the binational connection for the short and long-term benefit of both cities and our region and the people who live here and who visit here. By focusing on connecting San Diego and Tijuana and making clear that we're one binational region that is not divided by barriers that separate us, but strengthened by an identity that has two nationalities on either side of that line, we're showing just how strong we are. These days, most of the time, the border is in the news as a politically polarizing and divisive topic, and of course, there's real concerns. There's real issues about how we manage a nation's border effectively. But what's missing from that conversation is the humanity and the economy, the social cohesion, and the progress we make together as two cities in one region. The stories that our border region has to tell the world, the communities that were formed on both sides of that border, and that to this day live as one organism in this area. My family hails from one of those communities. My great-grandparents emigrated from Mexico, and my parents were born and grew up in Calexico, a small town about 120 miles east of here. It's a small but proud community connected to the agriculture of Southern California, the Imperial Desert. And on the other side is a bustling metropolis, Mexicali, that is the capital of Baja California. Now, my grandparents and parents formed small businesses on that border. It thrived because of both populations on both sides of that border, and that's how the American dream is met by so many families in this region. You have customers, you have supporters, you have people who by word of mouth spread your business, your vision for your family on both sides, and you see money come from both communities to support your family. That is something we are highlighting as economic development that comes here. And of course, the byproduct of that is a person like me who comes from that family who is an elected leader in that community. And that spirit, and in my role as the economic development chair at the City of San Diego, we have also highlighted that cross-border economies are actually replicating technologies, spreading education, building upon itself, that more than 100,000 people cross that border every single day to go to school, go to work, go get health care, go shopping, and do other activities. So it's not about making our economy more binational, it's about recognizing the fact that for millennia it has been binational. In fact, it's been one area. And since the United States and Mexico being two distinct countries, you might think we're separate. But in fact, we are quite together on this, and you know this by the fact that WDC 2024 staff has people from Tijuana, people from San Diego, people who are Mexican citizens, who are American citizens, I'm sure citizens of other countries too, who've been working together for 2 years to see what's behind us and what will come from what's behind us for the next 6 months come to fruition. And I know I'm as proud of them as many of you are. I know they're proud of themselves because it is not easy to work in two languages, with 2 sets of law, 2 different types of currency. It is not easy to put that on. So please give a round of applause to the WDC 2024 staff. Now what you see behind us is the Exchange Pavilion. That started with the very people who design and build it, and it goes all the way into every detail of this impressive work of design, and it's going to serve as a thought-provoking and engaging cornerstone of the Plaza de Panama right here in Balboa Park, which is the center of San Diego's arts and culture. There is no person who comes to San Diego who's looking for a museum, looking for a musical, looking for a play, looking for a display of art, looking for a garden, looking for the zoo. Go see the pandas, please. That doesn't come through here and say, this is clearly the heart, the beating heart of arts and culture San Diego. And so I'm so glad to see that this was accomplished right here in the Plaza de Panama. I want to thank our city staff who worked together with the WDC 2024 to make sure we got the permitting, we got the siting, we made sure that the security was there, the electricity. It's not that easy to get electricity to these things. So please, let's give a round of applause to the City of San Diego staff who got this done. Now what you see behind us in this pavilion, it asks San Diegans, Tijuanenses, and visitors alike to reflect on the cross-border region and how we can best connect San Diego and Tijuana, the United States and Mexico, and utilize both cities, both peoples' proximity to make sure we benefit the entire region. So I ask all San Diegans, whether they're bringing their family to Balboa Park, to go to the zoo or a museum, to see Henry VI, which is a once-in-a-generational play, go see that. If you're coming in the next several months, come here and glance at the Exchange Pavilion. Take a picture of it, read the displays, sit in on one of the over 50 events that are gonna be going on here in over 120 days, and help imagine a future with San Diego and Tijuana working together to solve our toughest challenges, from housing and creating good jobs to climate change and more, so that we can live in prosperity and thrive as one binational region. You know, 2 years ago, Valencia was the WDC capital for 2022. And what was highlighted there was how about 70 years ago, their main river in the middle of the city had a major flood. And it caused a lot of damage and deaths. And what the city of Valencia did was actually redirect where the river went through the city and created a greenway that was environmental, it was sustainable, and they used that other land to build more housing, build up businesses. And that entire aspect of Valencia was highlighted through 2022. What you see behind us here is 2 borders bending together to meet in the middle, and people underneath it will exchange ideas, exchange excitement, and ultimately bring forward ideas that will benefit it for years to come. That is what you see behind us. So let me now please invite to the stage Heleo and Daniel Ruanova, the design firm and artist that respectively put this together, and I want to thank them for bringing this pavilion to life, and they can explain the concept behind the Exchange Pavilion principles. Please, Daniel and Heleo.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Exchange Pavilion. We're very excited to have you here. My name is Carlos Hernandez. This is Barbara Leon.
Good morning, everyone.
We're both principals at Heleo Architecture and Design. Unfortunately, Daniel Ruanova could not join us today, but he will be here on Saturday. We're very excited to have you guys here. When you think about design and the major design cities, maybe the first thing that comes to mind is not Tijuana, San Diego. Maybe you think about Paris or Milan for their fashion, Germany for their graphic design, Rotterdam and Barcelona for their architecture. Our goal with this pavilion was to really put us on the map and try to start to plant the seeds for a more progressive design future for our city, to really help invite the community in and really create a cultural beacon for people to join and exchange ideas and experiences. As my council member said, the wall is basically, the pavilion is a wall that's been fused together to become this community space for people to come, join, gather, and it is actually a representation of nearshoring. We really tried to, it opened our eyes to this collaborative effort that exists in our region and how strong we are together, buying the steel in the US, taking it down to Tijuana to get manufactured, assembled, loaded on oversized trucks, crossed through the border with pilot cars, and stood up here in 8 frames erected. It's an amazing venture, and we're very happy with the result. The ticker tape also represents the exchange houses that exist in our region that talk about the currencies, and we took the opportunity to invite poets and artists from both sides of the border to contribute with the content to have this on display for everyone to read. And this will be updated a few more times as we receive more submissions.
Good morning, everyone. Just to echo what Carlos said, the Exchange Pavilion, it's not just about design. World Design Capital, I hope it's more than design. What we hope to create with this pavilion is really create a catalyst, as he said, to spark innovation, creativity in all fields, not just architecture and what we're involved in and design and art with Daniel Ruanova, but we really hope that this, the fact that we, in the process of creating this pavilion, we touched on so many aspects of our economies, the exchange of how we work together, the seamlessness of working with professionals in Tijuana and our contractors and our partners on both sides of the border. And the fact that all of our team we're all trans-border inhabitants. We're all from, we all have a tie to both sides. So it was really beautiful to see how we were able to collaborate and create this, everything from working with companies that have entities on both sides to everyone being bilingual, being able to really communicate with everyone on the team. It was just a really beautiful thing, and we're really excited and happy that we are here standing in front of what this, the pavilion and what that embodies. So we want to thank everyone for being here today, and now I want to invite Mayor Todd Gloria to the podium.
Carlos, Barbara, thank you both for that introduction. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Mai, and the entire team at the World Design Capital, and welcome to Balboa Park. I have some prepared comments, but I just have to pop. This is incredible. Are you guys seeing this thing? I was standing up here and watching the crowds go by and people stop to take photographs and just sort of stare at this. It's amazing. This is really cool. And I love that San Diegans and residents of Tijuana will be able to come here and take that pause, look at this beautiful piece of art, this functional discussion space, and maybe think about and contemplate our binational relationship, think about how we as a people interact across the border, and just have a wonderful moment. This juxtaposition between the modern structure here and our historic district just is a feast for the eyes. This is something that's really incredible. So come down for the pandas, as the council member mentioned, stay for the design pavilion, and just enjoy an incredible day in Balboa Park. I want to reiterate the comments in terms of gratitude to the World Design Capital team, to my partner in this effort, Councilmember Raul Campillo, who has done a lot of the heavy lifting on this whole initiative. I appreciate you very much, Councilmember. I also want to acknowledge, as he did, our city staff who is here. The World Design Capital team is doing a lot of the work, but we have to work cooperatively, and I hope that our team has been as responsive as possible. I see some of our city executive team here, our deputy chief operating officers, our city engineer, our park and rec staff, our park rangers, communications team. It's a whole city effort here to make sure that the world can see us at our very best. Our San Diego Tijuana binational mega region, our team is all in on this. And of course, to the folks from Heleo, this is incredible. It's really, really amazing. And I want San Diegans to come down and check it out. Just a couple of words now, prepared comments. San Diego has been inviting people to Balboa Park from around the world since 1915, and it's so fitting that the park would play a host to the World Design Capital's Exchange Pavilion. This visionary design is what has made Balboa Park an enduring cultural centerpiece for our city and has brought a satisfying sense of place to San Diego for more than a century. And just as Balboa Park is our city's iconic center for culture, the World Design Capital Exchange Pavilion will provide a venue to explore new ways in which human-centered design can help us solve some of the most difficult challenges that we face today. Last week, I announced that we intend to begin a process for updating the Balboa Park Master Plan and its associated precise plans. And let there be no mistake, design will be a central focus of these important updates. Whether it's exploring ways to make the park easier to get to by connecting it to the surrounding communities, expanding the park's incredible cultural resources, implementing strategies for mobility throughout the park, it is the design details that set the stage for the future of this park. And so I'm very pleased that this pavilion, centered right here in the heart of our park, will be the starting point for these discussions, as well as many other key topics that are sure to inspire spirited conversations about our city and our cross-border region. I really look forward to the opportunity to make full use of this beautiful structure and welcoming the ideas and thoughts that will come out of it. And let me conclude with a final thought. I conspicuously left out one leader from the city in terms of my gratitude. I want to thank our City Arts and Culture Commission Director, Jonathan Gless, who is here. Jonathan, yes, I know you're all a fan. Please, please, please. He and we have a number of our city arts commissioners who are here. The arts commissioners, these are volunteers who do the incredible work of making sure the city stays on the forefront of arts and culture. You know, a city can be a collection of buildings, or it can be a place for dynamic human interchange. And the difference between the collection of buildings and dynamic human interchange is the arts, and culture. And Jonathan is the one that we have tasked to lead that here at our city. I've been involved with the city for 16 years. And I can tell you that this organization, the Arts and Culture Commission, has never been better. It has been delivering time and again really transformative work that is making our city a better place and elevating the quality of life for our 1.4 million people who live here. And so to Jonathan and to the entire staff under your leadership, as well as our arts and culture commissioners, thank you so much for doing what I always crave us to be. You know, I often say we acknowledge that we are America's finest city, but we're not content with being fine. We want to dare to be great. And that greatness, that margin of difference is often design. Design is often what gets you there, but it is always the arts and culture that breathes life into this great city. So to all of our arts and culture leaders who are here, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a truly great day. I want you to come check it out. Let me now do my last required duty, which is to turn the podium over to Deanna Cervera, Director of Community Programs for the World Design Capital. Come on up, Deanna.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. I'm really delighted to have the opportunity to tell you a little bit about what you can expect in terms of programming here at the Exchange Pavilion. Over the next 4 months, we'll be hosting over 40 free activities led by community members from both sides of the border. So we hope to see you here very often. The first of our free events is happening this Saturday, August 17th, from 11:30 to 4 p.m., which is our free Exchange Pavilion open house. We have the opportunity to enjoy a behind-the-scenes presentation by artist Daniel Ruanova and Heleo architecture and design firm, where they'll share some insights on their visioning process to develop the pavilion. We'll also enjoy a panel highlighting some of our WDC impact projects, live music, and so much more. We'd also like to invite you here on key Thursdays throughout the next 4 months for a special series produced by WDC entitled Community Connections. The goal and intention of Community Connections is to highlight diverse perspectives in our region. As we know, our year-long World Design Capital designation represents an opportunity to deepen our collective awareness across the region and highlight the role that design, culture, and community play in shaping the fabric of San Diego and Tijuana. Now, I'd like to share a few highlights in our program that you can expect. Each month, we'll have the Timken Museum of Art hosting 30-minute quick artist spotlights. On September 6th, we'll be having Border Blur, Innovating Design in the Cali Baja region. The panel will explore how award-winning and emerging architects in the Cali Baja region creatively respond to the unique social and cultural geographical context of the region. On October 3rd, we invite you to reimagine Balboa Park in an immersive visioning workshop hosted by the Balboa Park Committee, where attendees will have the opportunity to redefine the future of Balboa Park. On September 26th, we'll be hosting Sister Cities and their project, A Real Path Towards More Equitable Communities. Attendees will explore how the project connects diverse communities, promotes cultural exchange, and drives collaborative efforts to address social inequities. On November 9th, we'll be hosting Symbiotic Borders from Tijuana, an installation which consists of 2 interconnected, real-time, interactive installations situated in both San Diego and Tijuana. These installations harness human body data such as brain waves, body movement, and heart rhythm to generate synchronized audiovisual experiences on each side of the border. We really hope that you'll join us across our programming in the next 4 months. All of the events at our pavilion are free and open to the public and will cover a wide array of topics from environmental design and sustainability, architecture, mural making, border mobility, and pressing regional issues. Please visit our website at wdc2024.org. to view the full list of events, and to check out the remainder of our WDC programming. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you this Saturday, August 17th. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. Now I would like to invite the mayor and Councilmember Campillo and the Heleo team to cut the ribbon.
3, 2, 1. Yes. Wow. Good work.
Yes, thank you so much.